For more on this, Michael Pregent joins me from Arlington, Virginia. He is a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute. Let's talk first about this peace plan that Iran says it has. Given the recent events, do you believe Iran is sincere in that it says it is willing to take steps to work with its regional neighbors to achieve peace?
Thanks for having me, Rachel. I think it's laughable that Iran is saying that they can be responsible for security in the Strait of Hormuz when they're actually the problem in the Strait of Hormuz. They're actually the entity that's causing havoc in the Strait of Hormuz. So any peace plan where the Islamic Republic of Iran is in charge of it is laughable.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this troop deployment to Saudi Arabia. This is a relatively small deployment from the U.S. It's not the aggressive response that Saudi Arabia was hoping for. But do you think it is the right response from the U.S. to appease Saudi Arabia without launching an actual attack on Iran at this point?
I think it's the right thing to do right now. This is what war with Iran looks like. It's a series of provocations, successful and unsuccessful attacks. The United States is now putting in an air defense capability that will look north towards Iraq, north towards Iran, in order to negate future cruise missile / drone attacks. So it's the right thing to do. But more important than any proportional attack was what happened on Friday when the United States designated the central bank of Iran. That was huge. The regime did not expect that, and it was designated for terrorism. And that's not something a future president can simply just tear up. Those designations are serious, and those designations are crippling. This literally shuts down what the Islamic Republic of Iran was trying to do with Europe to find bypass mechanisms to avoid U.S. sanctions. The CBI is a big deal. The Central Bank of Iran designation is bigger than any proportionate strike.
Mm-hmm. So what next step do you think we'll see from Iran? Iranians continue to threaten that they'll respond to any aggression, but what do you think their next step actually will be?
I think the next step will actually be an attack from Yemen so they can actually say, look, it was the Houthis that did this. I think they need a face-saving gesture to show that the Houthis are actually carrying out attacks. This last attack came from the north. It ties Iran's hands directly to this attack. And I think we'll see more provocations like this. Lebanese Hezbollah is not ready for any sort of conflict with Israel. The land bridge is not set up. It's a target-rich environment. It cannot support Lebanese Hezbollah logistically through Iraq and Syria. And I think this is what we'll see. There's more pressure on Europe. Remember, the military goal of the Islamic Republic is to have Europe cave. So this is actually a war on Europe in many cases. Mm-hmm. Europe is not interested in any sort of military option against Iran, but yet Iran keeps pushing these provocations in order to get Europe to cave. Mm-hmm. So this designation, again, Central Bank of Iran, shuts down all of the incentives that Iran was trying to get from Europe. This $15 billion, if it goes to the Central Bank of Iran from France, it doesn't work anymore. The bypass mechanisms don't work anymore. So this was basically the United States and its Gulf allies absorbing a punch from Iran and then taking away their house, taking away all their assets, making this cost so much financially for the Islamic Republic of Iran.
All right, we'll have to leave it there for now. Michael Pregent joining us from Arlington, Virginia. Thank you, Michael.